coach does. That's her demeanor. That's what we come to expect. But congratulations, Indiana Fever. The biggest star in women's sports is clearly not happy about the playing situation. She should never have to say, I've been humbled. Wait, what? No.
Something changed at Indiana Fever Camp. And this time it wasn't subtle, not loud, not chaotic, but undeniable. Because the moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto the floor, something felt different, sharper, more controlled. And if you were watching closely, you saw it instantly. Now here's the thing. Coming into camp, nobody questioned her talent. Scoring? Elite. Passing? Elite. Court vision? Already ahead of most players. That was never the issue. The real question was something else. What happens when defenses adjust? Because in the Women's National Basketball Association, they always do. They study you, pressure you, force you into decisions. And for a brief moment, it looked like that pressure might matter. Not a weakness, but a delay. A split-second hesitation. A moment where the defense finally caught up. And at this level, that's all it takes. But this is where everything changed. Instead of forcing the game, instead of trying to prove something on every possession, Clark adjusted. Not in the highlights, in the details. The reads came earlier. The decisions came faster. And suddenly, the hesitation disappeared. That tiny opening defenses thought they found? Gone. Now the defense reacts, but they're late. And once you're late against a player like this, you're already behind. Then you look at the sideline, and this is where it gets serious. Stephanie White sees it immediately. Not with excitement, with recognition. Because coaches don't react to flashy plays. They react to patterns. And the turn had changed. Then there's another layer. Cheryl Miller is watching too. And when someone like Cheryl Miller is in the gym, you're not just playing, you're being evaluated. Not by points, by control. And control is exactly what Clark was showing. The energy shifted again. Not chaotic. Certain. Because once hesitation disappears, everything opens up. The pacing improves. The timing sharpens. Suddenly, the game slows down for her while everyone else speeds up trying to catch up.
VP, we got to break down the film. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel. Hit that bell notification and hype the video. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get right to it. Caitlin Clark been in the gym cooking. She been cooking with hot grease, whipping up a pot of something. Caitlin Clark in there whipping up a pot of something. It is what it is. We got to get to the footage. Now, we know Caitlin Clark loves to shoot from deep, okay? Queen of the logo 3, the best shooter we've seen. Now, let's take a look at this practice footage and something that she is adding to her game. The attention is in the details, y'all. Greatness is in the details. Let's take a look. Okay, you're going to see Caitlin Clark here in practice. And just pay attention to what she does. Pound dribble, sidestepping, going right, pulling up, bang, cash. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because we know that in games, teams have figured out if Caitlin Clark goes left, she's looking to pull up. If you push her to her right hand, she never feels comfortable going right and pulling up from deep or pulling up jump shots going right. If you push her to her right hand.
One of the biggest criticisms of Caitlin Clark has always been her comfort going to the right side and pulling up for deep shots or jumpers off the dribble. Defenses believed that if they forced her right, they could slow her down and make her uncomfortable. And for a brief moment, it looked like that strategy might actually work. But now something has changed. Every game this season for the Indiana Fever will be watched, analyzed, and talked about nonstop. And if this version of Clark shows up consistently, everything changes. Now go back to Stephanie White, because this is what matters most. She didn't just see improvement, she saw timing. And timing is everything. When timing clicks, the game suddenly becomes simple. The reads come earlier. The reactions become automatic. And when the game becomes simple for a player with elite talent, dominance usually follows. Now think about what that means moving forward. Defensive game plans won't work the same anymore. Rotations won't arrive fast enough. Pressure won't feel as effective. Because defenders are no longer controlling the action. They're reacting to it. And reacting means you're already behind. Then bring Cheryl Miller back into the picture. Someone with that level of basketball knowledge doesn't overreact to highlights. They recognize growth. They recognize the exact moment a player crosses that invisible line from talented to dangerous. And that's what this feels like. Now the conversation changes completely. It's no longer, can she handle this level? Now it becomes, who's stopping her? And right now there isn't a clear answer. Now imagine opening night. Lights on. Cameras everywhere. Pressure at its highest. And Clark steps onto the floor looking confident, controlled, and completely comfortable. No hesitation. No wasted movement. Suddenly, the hype feels real. The attention feels earned. The expectations feel justified. And that's when everything flips, from potential to dominance. And here's the scary part for.
She used to do plenty of go left, plenty in Iowa and finish with her left hand. I don't know what happened there, but WNBA teams know. If Caitlin Clark, if Aaliyah Boston is setting a screen and you allow Caitlin Clark to turn the corner and go left, she's pulling up. If you push her right, she's not going to pull up because she don't like to go right to pull up. So her working on this shows you that she knows it's a weakness and she's working on it. Have we seen her shoot threes? We've seen Caitlin Clark most of the time go left to pull up from deep or be coming straight downhill and pull up. Not too many times we've seen her go right and pull up, very sparingly. If she adds this, it ain't nothing you could do. There's nothing you can do. Going right, pull up, bang. Okay, now we're going to get in-game footage because it plays in-game. And now pay attention. This is versus Chicago Sky. Now, this is where majority of Caitlin Clark threes come from, going right to left. Going right to left so that she can go left to pull up. It's just a more comfortable shot for right-handers to go left to pull up. Watch the film. Okay. You got you're gonna have Nalissa Smith coming up to set a ball screen, right? Pardon. That was the wrong spot. Wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Aaliyah Boston is gonna be coming up to set a ball screen. Okay, you got Aaliyah Boston right here. She's setting the ball screen at half court. Okay, setting the ball screen. Boom, she sets it, and then she's gonna reset. She's gonna reset right here. And this is where Caitlin loves to pull up. Going back left, ball in her left hand, pull up, cash. That's what she likes to do. She likes to go left to pull up, and teams know that. So teams are pushing her to her right side. So the fact that you see her working on getting that last dribble with her right hand and moving to the right side to pull up, it lets you know that she's aware that this is something that she has to work on and it's something that she is improving, okay? This is what we see Caitlin do all the time. She wants to come back left to pull up. She wants to come back left, right? And now you see her working on, going right to pull up. You're gonna see her working on it.
She's still working on it, but that's what makes this so important. Because now it's becoming more than just improvement. It's becoming a pattern, a standard, and eventually, a problem for the entire league. Now zoom out one last time.